We've engineered our physical world to move at a relentless blur, but as our technology accelerates, our biology is struggling to keep pace. Across the developed world, we are seeing a rising tide of systemic exhaustion. Despite living in an era of high physical comfort, millions of people report identical afflictions: unyielding joint pain, generalized fatigue, and a frustrating inability to achieve restorative sleep. These consistent reports suggest a shared environmental shift rather than isolated health anomalies. To find the cause of that shift, you have to look at how we operate at a cellular level. The human body is an intrinsically electrical machine. From the firing of neural synapses to the contraction of muscle fibers, all vital biological functions rely on internal direct current energy. Historically, humans maintained a closed electrical circuit by living in direct conductive contact with the earth. Then we introduced a physical barrier. The widespread adoption of shoes manufactured with thick synthetic rubber and plastic soles effectively severed that ancient electrical loop. We became physically insulated from our environment. We compounded that isolation by paving over the conductive soil with asphalt and moving our living spaces into elevated high-rises. Without this connection, the human organism remains physically and electrically ungrounded from its natural environment. That physical disconnection leaves us vulnerable to a secondary hazard. Modern spaces are saturated with an invisible web of synthetic radiation from routers, cellular towers, and Bluetooth devices. Researchers call this dense artificial energy electrosmog. Ungrounded, our bodies absorb this synthetic bombardment like an antenna, accumulating a positive static charge. This creates free radicals, unstable molecules missing an electron. To stabilize, they aggressively strip electrons from our healthy cells and DNA. This destructive, cascading cellular theft is known as oxidative stress. Medical science increasingly recognizes this precise mechanism as the foundational driver of chronic inflammation across the human body. The combination of total physical insulation and omnipresent artificial frequencies keeps the organism locked in a continuous state of defense. The nervous system becomes exhausted by an endless fight or flight response. The solution to this modern crisis relies on a return to basic biophysics. The therapeutic practice of earthing, or grounding, is specifically designed to re-establish conductive contact between the human body and the physical surface of the planet. The moment bare skin touches the earth, an immediate influx of free negative electrons travels upward into the body. This massive supply of electrons, called vitamin G, neutralizes positively charged free radicals, rapidly extinguishing the biological fire of inflammation at the cellular level. But physical contact is only half the equation. The Earth's atmosphere is a highly dynamic environment, hosting roughly 2,000 active thunderstorms at any given moment. Lightning strikes the planet about 50 times every single second. This model shows how those continuous global electrical discharges bounce within the cavity between the surface and the ionosphere. This energy creates standing electromagnetic waves. The fundamental baseline frequency of this planetary resonance measures precisely at 7.83 Hz. This chart maps the Earth's resonance against human neurology. You'll notice the 7.83 Hz frequency falls on the exact boundary between human alpha and theta brainwaves. When exposed to this specific pulse, biological entrainment occurs. Our entire nervous system naturally begins to synchronize its own internal rhythms to match it. For billions of years, the Earth has provided both the physical, electrical nutrition needed to heal cellular damage and the precise resonant frequency required to guide the human brain into a restorative state. The science is clear, but the infrastructural reality of the 21st century remains. The vast majority of the global population cannot permanently live barefoot in nature. Recognizing this gap, researchers Terry Cannon and Marv Reeves formed a strategic partnership. Their objective was engineering a portable, passive solution to bypass modern insulation, creating true frequency products. Their technology relies on the physics principle of sympathetic resonance. If two identically calibrated tuning forks are placed together, striking one automatically causes the second to vibrate, simply through proximity. The human body operates on this exact same logic. Utilizing specialized engineering, the team developed a proprietary process to permanently imprint the exact 7.83 Hz Schumann resonance into the physical materials of everyday wearables. By wearing these frequency-infused items, you are introducing a perfect, active biological tuning fork into your immediate environment. It encourages your biofield to synchronize with its natural evolutionary frequency continuously, bypassing the interference of modern electrosmog. To make this practical, True Frequency products curated an extensive catalog of tools that integrate into any routine. This includes premium jewelry, copper-infused apparel, and protective chips explicitly designed to shield against cellular device radiation. This ecosystem allows you to establish a continuous, passive bioelectrical defense without having to alter your modern lifestyle or abandon the technology you rely on. By locking the body into this highly resonant state, the clinical outcomes are documented through significant improvements in health markers. Subjects routinely report significant reductions in chronic joint pain, optimized cortisol rhythms, and much deeper restorative sleep. This animation shows a significant effect grounding has on cardiovascular health. As Earth-derived electrons transfer to red blood cells, their negative surface charge increases. This causes the cells to strongly repel each other rather than clumping, naturally improving blood fluidity and oxygen delivery. By halting the constant theft of cellular energy and neutralizing oxidative stress, these products allow the body to redirect substantial metabolic resources away from defense and into a sustained state of natural regeneration. The brand's foundational philosophy is simple: feeling is believing. To make this shift accessible globally, True Frequency Products unveils their newly engineered e-commerce platform on May 1st. To test this physiological shift with zero financial hazard, every purchase is backed by a 30-day guarantee. They also offer a lifetime technology guarantee, ensuring the 7.83 Hz resonance will never degrade over your lifetime. The modern world may have severed our natural electrical circuit, but the technology now exists to plug back in. Visit buytfp.com today to close the loop, change your frequency, and restore your natural human vitality.